This state tournament, the two home games, of course, over Catholic Memorial 95-68, New Bedford 73-57. They wore them at Taunton when they beat Boston English 79-77. They wore them against Brookline at UMass Boston 72-58, and they wore them against Medford at the Fleet Center 64-61 in overtime. One of the guards, as expected for Milford, Mike Laramie, number 3. He's a 6-foot senior. Also, Joe Colelli, the point guard, a 5'10 junior. The center is Maurice Briscoe. Mo Briscoe, a 6'5 senior. Brian Mackey is one of the forwards, a 6'2 senior. And the other forward, number 54, Stephen King, a 6'2 senior. And now the starting lineup for the Blue Bombardiers of Attleboro High School. Jason Smith will be one of the guards, the point guard, of course. The off guard, number 11, Derek Swenson. And Derek has been playing with so much enthusiasm in this state tournament, and it certainly has been catchy. Chad Paquette almost knocked off his feet coming through the line. Leland Anderson, of course, the center. And the other forward is Chris Downing. The Blue Bombardiers look pumped up.
They have been pumped up through this entire tournament, not just this game, but through the entire tournament. And you can tell Chris Downing, usually a reserve type of guy, he comes out pumped, bumping bodies, everything. These Blue Bombardiers, and I wish we had the tape, are ready to rumble.
Attleboro High School, as I mentioned, the white uniforms with blue trim. Milford, the red uniforms with white trim. Milford has been the giant killers in this tournament. They beat 21-0 St. John's of Shrewsbury in the first round. They beat Holy Name and 7-foot 5-inch center Neil Fingleton. And this past Monday night at the Worcester Centrum, they beat Springfield Cathedral by 8 points. We are ready to go. The Blue Bombardiers wearing the white uniforms. Which, it's funny, they prefer the blue uniform.
Well, I'll tell you, they could be wearing purple uniforms tonight. It doesn't matter. They have so much talent that luck plays no role in this game whatsoever. Attleboro has the talent.
Attleboro will be going left to right as we describe the action here in the first half. Leland Anderson jumping center against Maurice Briscoe. Tap controlled by Attleboro. Derek Swenson gets it to Jason Smith. Smith brings it across half court. Milford comes out in a man-to-man defense. Smith almost has it stolen away, does. Stolen away, Joe Colelli, one-on-one with Swenson. Misses the bunny. Tipped, no, it's not tipped in. Rebound, Chris Downing. Ball hung on the rim for a moment, and Attleboro able to come away with it. And a good confidence builder there. Big rebound by Chris Downing.
Huge
to start
rebound.
This game off.
Downing hustling back into position and then able to fight his way back into the position for the rebound.
Blue Bombardiers against the man-to-man defense. Anderson will be fouled on the floor. And one of the things that hurt Milford in the first matchup of these two teams was foul trouble. And Maurice Briscoe creates his first foul, or picks up his first foul 39 seconds into the ball game.
Yeah, the reason the entry pass from Derek Swenson, a good entry pass, and there was body contact out there. That's something that wasn't called at the Fleet Center. That's why they go to the line so often. As the ball goes out of bounds, it'll stay Attleboro's way. Leland Anderson is so quick with that spin move, and when he's got the basketball, you have to commit to that, and he is so much quicker that he should be getting a lot of fouls. You'll see a lot of trips to the line for Anderson.
Anderson working on Briscoe. Strong, blocked by Briscoe, gets his own shot, goes up strong, will be fouled, and will go to the line shooting 2. Second foul on Maurice Briscoe.
That is huge. Maurice Briscoe, really the only guy that can stay with Leland Anderson. They know that. Leland Anderson just goes strong for the ball. Has to fight 3 Blue Bombardiers around looking for the rebound. Anderson comes down with it, and you can already see Attleboro out-hustling Milford. Any question in this game whether Attleboro would come out a little bit too overconfident, Milford would come out on fire? Well, you can see early on the Blue Bombardiers out-hustling Milford.
Briscoe will take a seat on the bench. Craig Brown will check. Was it Brown? Craig Brown, yes, did check into the ball game for Milford. Anderson hits his first free throw. Free throws have been very important for the Blue Bombardiers. They shot 71% in their first win. Anderson misses the second. 58% in the win over New Bedford. 74% in the win over Boston English. 81% in their last 2 games. They are shooting 73% for the tournament. Three-pointer missed by Milford, and then Derek Swenson picking up a foul. His first on the Blue Bombardiers. And Swenson is not a player the Blue Bombardiers want in foul trouble.
Yeah, if he picks up a foul, that's one thing. He's very good at keeping himself out of foul trouble, as is Leland Anderson. And you can already see that this game is going to be called tighter than it was at the Fleet Center.
Which is good news for Attleboro. Mike Laramie had 4 3-pointers in the first matchup of these two teams. Gets it, foul line to Brian Mackey. Kicks it right side. 3-pointer missed. Ball off of, I believe, Milford. Yes.
Yeah.
3-pointer missed over in the corner by Stephen King.
Yeah, good hustle that time. Mackey getting into position, actually pushing Swenson a little bit to get into position, which that's the type of contact that you do allow, and he ends up throwing the ball out of bounds. But Mackey that time doing the job. We're seeing a bump foul going on over there right now between Leland Anderson and the man that's checked in to take his place, Craig Brown, take Briscoe's place.
Jason Smith, a pass stolen away. Smith tries to break up the play, but cannot. And Milford with the lead at 2-1. Stephen King the steal and the lay-in. 2-1 Milford, 14-10 left here in the first half. One of the things we do remember about Milford, they are a very quick team. And Attleboro turns the ball over. Good defense by Joe Kaleli. And Attleboro coughs up the basketball.
That's one of the things you talked about, Peter, is the fact that Milford basically playing over their heads going into this state tournament, going into the game tonight. They've beaten some very big squads, and they're coming up with some big plays. It all starts with Kaleli.
Laramie will be fouled. 23 feet from the basket by Jason Smith. Smith thought he saw an opening for a steal. Almost did, but caught the forearm in the process. 2 team fouls apiece, both Milford team fouls on Maurice Briscoe. Anderson with a steal, but has it stolen right back by Craig Brown. Kaleli gets it left wing. Wide open is King for a 3-pointer is no good. Rebound Leland Anderson. Anderson brings it up court. Anderson will kick it to Downing. Downing comes baseline. Will pick up an offensive charge. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's a tough call. It's one of the things that could have gone either way. Brian Mackey that time trying to get into position, and no, excuse me, that was Kaleli.
Kaleli drew the contact. I thought his feet were still moving. Kaleli, a player that certainly plays with a lot of enthusiasm. Attleboro trying to trap at midcourt. They force the turnover. The pass from Kaleli to Stephen King goes out of bounds.
You know, both teams rely on defense to get the job done. Attleboro has made such a commitment under Mark Houle to play a good defensive game. They have done it in the tournament, but Milford's doing the same. And a lot of these turnovers that you're seeing is just a result of good defense by both teams.
Anderson gets it in the paint. Double pump. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Stephen King. King having a big ball game here in the early going. Kaleli, right wing, stops, pops, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound Leland Anderson. I believe his second, maybe even, no, it's his third. Anderson brings it down court. Anderson, dipsy doodle, shot blocked out of bounds.
In the first game, Leland Anderson, we saw him miss that one shot, but Leland Anderson in the first game against Milford, he could not miss anything. He was on fire with 42 points. Leland Anderson, a great ball handler in the open court. You're 6'8" guy, and he could play point guard the way that he handles that basketball. Drives the lane very effectively and gets fouled. And once again, Attleboro does a great job getting to the free throw line.
Well, they didn't call the foul. They just called the block out of bounds by Milford. Blue Bombardiers come inside. They miss. Milford the rebound. All alone down the other end for the lay-in is Brian Mackey. Milford on top. 4-1, 12:40 left here in the first half.
Attleboro gave up the passing lane that time and didn't see the player cutting on the weak side.
Downing had Brian Mackey, I thought, over his back, ball knocked out of bounds. Neutral officials, Art, in this state championship game.
Yep, I don't know if some of the other officials have refused to do our game, so they brought in some neutral officials.
I'll tell you, the way you were at the Fleet Center, Paquette, a pass inside to Anderson, off the money. Milford comes back. Kaleli gets it to Laramie. Laramie way out on the right wing, top of the key to Brian Mackey. Three-pointer is no good. Ball off of Derek Swenson. Great save by Laramie. Knocked it off the knee of Swenson.
Yeah, it really was. They thought with the motion of the ball that it was going to carry out of bounds sooner than it did, and we saw what happened. Derek Swenson ends up having the ball tipped off his hand.
Marcoule speaking to the official about something. I'm not sure what that would be, other than, hey, we need some fouls against the other team. Milford gets it in, a little hook, missed by Mackey. Ball comes outside. Derek Swenson will come away with it. Swenson in traffic, lost the handle, gets it back, throws up a shot, goes. Swenson, I don't know how that went in.
So how about that ball handling in traffic by Derek Swenson to maintain possession of the ball?
Kaleli got away with a push-off on Smith. They swing it left side to Trevor Walker, a 6'3 sophomore into the game. Over to Laramie, back to Walker. Walker working on Downing. Kicks it to Kaleli. The point guard brings it inside to Craig Brown, off the glass for two. Great ball movement by the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah, good movement by the Scarlet Hawks, getting the ball and then driving, forcing Leland Anderson to come off his player, and then his man rolled to the basket and nobody there to defend.
11:25 left here in the first half. Attleboro trailing 6-3. Anderson gets it, misses the bunny, lost the handle, out of bounds.
Those shots have not been dropping for Leland Anderson. Although Anderson had 25 points at the Fleet Center, the shots just weren't dropping, but they're exactly where Attleboro wants to get the shots. A foot, 2 feet from the basket, and that can't continue. Leland Anderson, those balls will go down.
6-3, 11:15 left here in the first half. Milford with a 3-point lead on the Blue Bombardiers. Kaleli gets it to Craig Brown. Brown looking for an open teammate, finds Kaleli, top of the key now to Mackey. Left side to, there he is, Trevor Walker to Laramie. Laramie comes baseline, traveled. Good call. Good defense by Chad Paquette. Laramie tried the up fake. Paquette held his ground, and there's nothing Steve Manguso, the head coach of Milford, can do about it.
No, and it's one of those things. Attleboro all season long has been a very good team at not leaving their feet and going for the up fake.
6-3, Attleboro trailing by 3, 10:45 left here in the first half. Smith penetrates inside, hits for two. Jason Smith has been having a heck of a tournament. Found a seam, lays it in for a deuce. Attleboro down by 1.
Yeah, that's what your point guard has to do. No hesitation. As soon as you see that lane, you take it in strong. If they collapse, then you dish the ball off to somebody else.
Milford loses the handle out of bounds. Quick hands by Chris Downing, and Leland Anderson creating the turnover. So Attleboro, its only lead was at 1-0 on a Leland Anderson free throw. Attleboro with a basket here will take the lead back once again. 6-5 Milford, 10:20 left here in the first half. Peter Gay, Art Chase, Jeff Raby from the Worcester Centrum. Anderson penetrates inside. Nice entry pass from the left corner from Derek Swenson, and Anderson this time hits the dipsy doodle.
I'll tell you, Coach Manguso must be a little bit nervous when he sees Leland Anderson after those 42 points in the first game. He must be nervous right now.
Mackey drives inside, off the glass, no good. Rebound Chris Downing, outlet to Chad Paquette. Paquette to Swenson, three-pointer from the corner is no good. Rebound, Brian Mackey for Milford, stolen by Anderson, gets it to Paquette. No, it's Swenson for two. What a steal by Anderson.
We talked about defense with the Blue Bombardiers. They have gotten it done throughout this entire tournament with terrific defense. There you see 2 quick points right under the Scarlet Hawks basket.
9-6, Attleboro by 3, 9:30. Blue Bombardiers on a 6-0 run. The Attleboro crowd yelling defense. Kaleli gets by his man, stops, pops, no good. Rebound, Leland Anderson. Anderson having a monster first half on the boards. Gets it to Swenson, top of the key already. 5 rebounds for Anderson. Anderson, right wing to Paquette to Downing. They try to come inside to Anderson. Anderson knocked off the basketball by Craig Brown. Anderson looks like he could use a breather here. Left wing, Kaleli brings it up court, tries to force it inside, knocked out of bounds by Anderson.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Peter. He is a little bit tired out there, and for good reason. playing terrific defense, hustling at both ends of the floor, but more importantly, you need Leland Anderson to come up with the big rebounds. John Mangiarotti set to check in. Jay Case just checked in for the Blue Bombardiers, and
Downing and Smith will take a breather.
But Leland Anderson doing what the Blue Bombardiers need, and that is underneath the boards. He is banging hard with the Scarlet Knights.
Hawks, that is.
Scarlet Hawks, excuse me.
Briscoe back into the game, traveling violation. Briscoe looked up, saw Anderson, shuffled the feet. 8:57. Attleboro leading by 3. Blue Bombardiers in search of their first ever MIAA state championship. Swenson three-pointer comes up short. Rebound Jason Case. Case lost the basketball. Stolen away by Craig Brown. Gets it to Kaleli. The point guard pushes it up court. Kicks it over to Mike Laramie. They get it inside to Briscoe. Briscoe blocked by Anderson. And I thought Anderson had basket interference there. He hit the net while the ball was on the rim.
It also might have been on its way down, too.
Blue Bombardiers get it inside to Anderson. Anderson will be fouled. Gets the bucket plus the foul.
Ooh, big break. There they get the ball to Leland Anderson, and he just makes one of his terrific moves. 3 of the Scarlet Hawks collapse down on Leland Anderson. That's not enough to stop him unless they've got one of the Scarlet Hawks that's about 5 or 6 inches taller than he already is. They're not going to be able to stop Anderson down low.
That foul will be on Craig Brown, who was the backup to Maurice Briscoe when he had 2 fouls. So both Brown and Briscoe on the floor with 2 fouls. 8:19 left in the first half. Anderson completes the three-point play. Attleboro on top 12-6. A 9-0 run by the Blue Bombardiers. And if Attleboro can get out to a double-digit lead, a 13-14-point lead, that doubt will start sneaking into the back of the minds of the Milford Scarlet Hawks. They lost to the Blue Bombardiers by 26 earlier in the season. Blocked by Jason Case. Mangiarotti had held his ground. Swenson down court, lost the handle, stolen away by the Hawks. Kaleli will come away with it for Milford. 3-on-2. Brown inside, lays it in. Craig Brown, the deuce.
And Milford needed that basket not only to break that run, but they are having a tough time getting the ball inside even to attempt a shot, and that's what they need to do. And Attleboro's been doing a great job denying the entry pass and covering the interior men like a glove.
Mangiarotti top of the key to Derek Swenson, who takes over the point guard position with Smith on the bench. Swenson, open 3, hits!
Well, if Derek Swenson's hitting his threes, they might as well pack it in at Milford.
Timeout, Milford. 7:17 left in the first. Blue Bombardiers can taste it. 15-8. Been quite a year for Attleboro basketball. The girls going to the sectional final. The cheerleaders out on the floor. They finished 13th nationally, and the Blue Bombardiers right now with a 15-8 lead over Milford. 7:17 left here in the first half. Derek Swenson missing a three-pointer earlier, and then Anderson hustling into position for the steal. Little flip pass behind his back to Derek Swenson, who made it count for 2. Anderson with 6 points, but 5 rebounds to go with those 6 points, and so many other intangibles. Milford down by 7. Bringing up the basketball. Attleboro with Smith back into the game at the point guard position, shadowing his counterpart. Kaleli penetrates inside, misses. Derek Swenson the rebound for AHS. Blue Bombardiers up by 7. Swenson over to Smith, to Anderson. Three-pointer. Good! Leland Anderson a three-pointer, and the lead is 10. And if Leland gets in the zone, Milford is doomed. We'll have a foul out a good 14 feet from the basket on the right wing. It will go against the Blue Bombardiers. I believe it's going to be on John Mangiarotti, his first.
Yeah, Leland Anderson once again taking the 3, is able to hit that shot, but right now they're just running away from Milford, and there's a chance that this could continue, so it's all right to take the 3s, but with a better rebounding team, need to keep Anderson near the basket.
Laramie a miss, rebound weak side, Craig Brown. Brown already with 6 points. He only scored 2 points on 1 field goal in the first meeting of these two teams back in December. Attleboro 18-10. Smith looking to drive, kicks it to Swenson. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound kept alive by Mangiarotti. Case lost the handle, knocked out of bounds off of AHS.
As you can see, the Blue Bombardiers hustling for every single basketball. When it goes off the boards, it's the Blue Bombardiers that are swarming the basket, and that was a big problem for Milford in the game. Not only did they get into foul trouble, but Attleboro was just killing them off the glass. They are continuing that tonight.
Three-pointer from Laramie is good. Mike Laramie gets on the board. His first 3 of the night. He had 4 in the first meeting of these two teams to go with 5 field goals. He had 24 points to lead Milford in that last game. The lead is down to 5, 18-13. Smith brings it up court. Mangiarotti, open 3, left wing, no good. Rebound underneath by Craig Brown. Anderson was in position for the rebound, but the ball kind of hung on the rim for a moment, and therefore Brown came away with it. Mangiarotti got away with a little bump on Laramie.
I don't know if it was a bump, just kind of held on to him with contact.
Swenson will pick up a foul. That will be his second. He was trying to deny his man from getting around him on the corner. That man, of course, Trevor Walker, the 6'3" sophomore. It's interesting, they're letting him bang at times, but then again, that time they called the hand check on Swenson. Overall, though,
yeah, I would say much better. Neutral officials make a difference.
I think they make a huge difference. Walker, open 3. Nope, they're saying it was a 2. Walker's toenail was on the line. Needs to trim
Actually,
those.
the scoreboard just gave him 3.
Was a 2-pointer, so it should be 18-15. Nobody on the Attleboro bench catching that. Anderson inside, put it on the floor, stolen away by Joe Kaleli. Kaleli penetrates inside, dishes off to Brown. His shot no good. Briscoe over the back, lays it in.
It was over the back, actually. Now they just corrected the Milford score, so it's going to be 18-17.
Timeout on the floor. Blue Bombardiers will take it. Milford fighting back, trails by 1. So Attleboro with a 1-point lead, 18-17. We have exactly 5 minutes left here in the first half. Attleboro has used 1 timeout. Milford has used 1 timeout. Paquette brings it inside, has it knocked away. Downing gets it to Swenson. Floater comes up short. Rebound Downing. Downing. His shot won't go. Rebound fought for. Milford will come away with it. Kaleli, explosive speed. Dipsy doodle, shot no good. Downing hustled down for the rebound. Briscoe will come away with it though. Gets it to Brown, and Brown the offensive charge. And that foul will be the 3rd foul on Craig Brown, who leads Milford right now with 6 points.
Yeah, that's a shot that he should have taken instead of dishing off. Maybe if he had released it, it might have been a little different story, because he had to twist his body to make that pass. Correction
on the scoreboard. Earlier, when Brown had picked up a foul, they said it was his second. This time, he picks up a foul, and they are saying this was his second. So that makes a big difference. 18-17, Attleboro by 1. 4:25 left here in the first half. Paquette, right wing, top of the key to Jason Smith. Smith looking to drive the lane, does. Left-handed shot, penetrating, goes in for 2.
How about that? Jason Smith finding a little bit of a lane, and that stops a 9-point run.
Trevor Walker stops, pops, hits from 15 feet. 20-19, Blue Bombardiers up by 1. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Smith brings it up court, right wing to Derek Swenson. Swenson kicks it to Smith over on the left wing. They're trying to get it inside to Anderson. Anderson being bumped by Stephen King. Anderson inside, shot won't go, gets his own rebound, puts that in for 2.
That's the way to stay with it for Leland Anderson. Shot just not dropping that first one. He has a good shot, but it just didn't drop, but he stayed with it and put it up. Nice soft touch on the second one.
Laramie gets it inside to Briscoe. Briscoe will be bumped by Downing. Foul will be the second on Downing, so both Downing and Swenson with 2 fouls apiece, and Briscoe will go to the line to shoot 2. Briscoe 0 of 4 in the first meeting of these two teams. Had 3 field goals, finished with 6 points. But that 0 of 4 might have been, Art, a sign for Marcoule should this game get tight down the stretch.
Yeah, good point. On that last play, Chris Downing does a nice job rotating over after Leland Anderson had stepped out, and Downing steps over and did get a little piece of him, and he does go to the free throw line, but Attleboro adjusting very well in their zone.
Well, so much for that theory. Briscoe makes both free throws, so Marcoule will have to find someone else for his team to foul. Attleboro up by 1, 22-21. Paquette gets it inside to Anderson. Pull-up jumper, no good. Briscoe, the rebound for Milford. Triple teamed in the backcourt. Gets it up to Trevor Walker. Walker pass ahead to Laramie. Laramie to Kaleli. Kaleli dishes to Briscoe. Milford has the lead back.
Nice assist by Kaleli. It means a lot when your point guard penetrates.
23-22. Milford leads by 1. Anderson, foul line, stops, pops, hits. Anderson now with 13 points. He scored 42 in the first meeting of these two teams. Kaleli pushes it up court. Guarded by Smith. Kaleli kicks it in the corner. Laramie, nowhere to go. Will pull up, jumper, no good. Rebound, weak side, Jason Case.
That was all Jason Smith that caused that. Playing both of the players, the player that took the shot and the player that brought it down. Harassed them all the way.
Anderson to Downing. Downing misses, gets his own rebound, puts it in for 2. So Attleboro back to a 3-point lead, 26-23. 2:12 left here in the first half.
You can see the confidence with Downing. That time he missed his shot just a little bit off, but he stays right with it and goes up very strong with it for 2.
Kaleli, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Chad Paquette. Paquette had Anderson open, just did not see him. Anderson now up ahead to Case. Case dishes to Downing. Jump ball, alternating possession will go to Milford.
Actually, the passing a little bit off just on that time, but Attleboro trying to do what they did all season, and that's a nice no-look pass by Jason Case. Downing not expecting it, and if he had been expecting it, it would have been a different story, but didn't know it was going to be there. Would have been a great assist by Case down low.
And Joe Kaleli is bleeding, his right knee showing some blood. The so-called Magic Johnson rule, he will have to come out of the ball game while they attend to him. And coming into the ball game will be number 4, Andy Dolliver, a 5'10" sophomore. And you better believe that Andy will be in there for as short amount of time as possible, as Kaleli is one heck of a point guard.
Kaleli's really he's the guy that sets the tempo offensively and defensively for this team. He needs to be in the game.
Dolliver brought it up court, kicks it to Walker. Walker swallowed up by Eric Taylor into the ball game. Then we're going to have a foul called on one of the Blue Bombardiers. Could be Smith. It will be Smith, and that will be his second foul.
Nice job by Eric Taylor getting into position. Blocks the basketball, and Eric Taylor actually a very good shot blocker, and he has a number of block shots for limited minutes this season. And obviously we don't have the amount of minutes that he played, but when he's in the game, you can usually expect a block shot during the game.
Walker did not go to the line in the first meeting of these two teams. Did score 2 points on 1 field goal, and as expected, Joe Kaleli back into the game for Milford, that is. Dolliver will take a seat.
Tell you, Dolliver did a nice job bringing that ball up. He's only a sophomore. Look for him in the future at Milford, but did a nice job. Was not intimidated out there at all. Did a good job pushing it up strong.
Walker missed the first, made the second. So the lead is 2. Attleboro 26, Milford 24, 1:35 left here in the first half. Jason Smith penetrates, goes inside, lays it in for 2. Third time in this ball game, Jason Smith has blown by his man and laid in an easy bunny.
Yeah, if he sees the lane, he's going to take it, and he's, like you said, done it 3 times tonight.
Walker, 13-foot pull-up jumper. Trevor Walker now with 7 points, leads the Scarlet Hawks. 1:10 left, Attleboro by 2, 28-26. Smith to Chad Paquette, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound comes outside, pulled down by Trevor Walker. Walker leaves it to Kaleli. Kaleli pass ahead to Briscoe. Briscoe got away with a push-off. Briscoe inside, a double dribble.
Oh, yeah.
Great defense by the Blue Bombardiers.
Boy, Jason Case and Eric Taylor doing a good job communicating with each other underneath the boards that time, and they do a nice job not fouling Taylor and then being stripped with the ball down low by Case, and coming over to help also, I believe that was Chad Paquette. Great job, guys down low.
John Mangiarotti into the ball game for AHS, so both Derek Swenson and Jason Smith out of the ball game at this point. Ball tied up momentarily by Stephen King and Jason Case. King, though,
they've lost the ball under the tables.
King was on the sideline while going for that basketball on the floor. Then the ball rolled under the press table. Anderson looking to drive, pulls up, has it stripped away right into the hands, though, of Eric Taylor to Chad Paquette. Paquette drives inside, comes up short on a 6-footer. And Milford with the basketball. 25 seconds left in the half. Case a steal. Case tried to come up ahead to Anderson, stolen away by the Scarlet Hawks. Hawks get it to Kaleli. Kaleli inside. King lays it off the glass for 2. 5 seconds left in the half. Paquette tries to come inside to Anderson. Ball will go out of bounds off of Milford. 2.4 seconds remaining. We are tied up at 28. So Attleboro, after leading 42-29 at the end of the half of the first game, has this one tied up. Mangiarotti, a 3, won't go. Will go into the locker room, tied at 28. We'll be back. Our halftime report after this. Welcome back, everyone. Our halftime report. Peter Gay, Arthur Chase, Blue Bombardiers and Scarlet Hawks tied at 28 at the intermission. Leland Anderson leading all scorers with 13 points, 1-3, 2 of 3 from the line. He has 13 points. Derek Swenson next with 7, 2 field goals, a 3-pointer. Next, Jason Smith, 6 big points on 3 drives inside. And Chris Downing, 2 points. Attleboro 28 at the intermission, 2 3-pointers, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Trevor Walker leads Milford with 7 points, 1 of 2 from the line. Craig Brown next with 6 points. Maurice Briscoe, 6 points, 2 field goals, 2 of 2 from the line. Steve King, 2 field goals, 4 points. Mike Laramie, 1 3-pointer, he has 3. And Brian Mackey, 1 field goal, 2 points. Attleboro with 28. Milford has 28 as well, 1 3-pointer, 3 of 4 from the line. With a look at the rebounding statistics, our very own Jeff Raby. Jeff?
For Milford, Brian Mackey and Craig Brown lead the way with 2 defensive rebounds and 1 offensive rebound. Mo Briscoe has also come up with 3 rebounds, but 1 defensive rebound and 2 offensive rebounds. Trevor Walker and Stephen King both have 2 defensive rebounds, while Joe Koheli has 1 defensive rebound and Mike Laramie has 1 offensive rebound. 10 defensive rebounds and 5 offensive rebounds for a total of 15 rebounds. For Attleboro, Leland Anderson leads the way with 3 of each, while Jason Case and Chris Downing have come up with 2 defensive rebounds and 2 offensive rebounds. Derek Swenson has 1 defensive rebound, 7 defensive rebounds and 7 offensive rebounds for a total of 14 rebounds. Back to you, Peter.
We'll be back with comments from Art Chase after this. Welcome back, everyone. 28-28 at the half. Art Chase, your comments on the first 16 minutes.
Well, actually, it's been a good game. Attleboro knows that they need to control the boards. They did a very good job in the first part of the first half. In the second half, Milford was doing a better job. Attleboro might have been a little bit tired off the glass, and it was showing a little bit. Attleboro needs to play what their game is, and that's inside-out basketball. That's where they get the ball down low, generally to Leland Anderson. He makes a decision if he's going to drive, but if he gets triple-teamed underneath, then he can kick it back out to Derek Swenson or a cutter, and a lot of times without the cutter, you will see Downing standing there all by himself underneath. It would be nice to get that pass when he is covered and once again get that outside shot. Defensively, they need to keep doing what they have been doing, and also from the guard position, they need Jason Smith to continue with the driving. He's been able to drive the lane 3 times. It's resulted in points, and he's been able to split the defenders. He also has that option. Once he drives the lane, he's made every one of his baskets, but if he can dish off to somebody cutting towards the basket, once again a Downing or a Leland Anderson. But they're going to get it done. They need to get it done on defense.
28-28. We'll be back with the final 16 minutes. Who knows, maybe some overtime as well after this. Before the start of second half play, the Sherm Kinney Award being presented at half court will be presented to Michael Kane, longtime director of the state basketball tournament. Sherm Kinney, a longtime associate executive director of the MIAA, and Art Chase, you've met Sherm over the years, one of the nicest individuals you will ever meet.
Yeah, he really does the MIAA proud, and he's been the point man on a number of occasions, and it's great that he has an award named after him, because he certainly is a classy gentleman, adds a lot of class to the MIAA.
Michael Kane, the 1998 Sherm Kinney Award winner. We are ready to go. Second half action. Attleboro, Milford. We are tied up at 28.
16 minutes to go.
Well, as they said, 16 minutes to go. Attleboro, Milford for the Division I state championship. And Attleboro will get the ball to start out second half play. Blue Bombardiers going right to left in their white uniforms with blue trim. Anderson will get it, dishes to Downing. Downing misses, gets his own rebound, will be fouled underneath, and that will be, I believe, the third foul on Maurice Briscoe. Let's wait and see. Yes, it will be, and that is good news, Arthur.
Yeah, good news, and it was also good news that pass that Leland Anderson made. They collapsed down or collapsed up on him, and Leland Anderson made the pass to Downing. Downing gets open. There was a little bit of contact, but a shot that Downing normally would make, and once again, the shots of Leland Anderson and Chris Downing have been a little bit off right underneath the glass. That will not continue. They will be able to, those shots will start dropping.
Don't forget our Rojacks Player of the Game announcement after this one, the banquet in May, the Players of the Year. Rojacks, a family tradition throughout the greater Attleboro area since 1954. So Downing made the first, missed the second. Attleboro with a 29-28 lead. 15:35 left here in the second half. People were wondering why Derek Swenson sat out the final 3 minutes of that first half. Briscoe, strong move inside, gets the roll, and Milford has the 1 point lead, 30-29. Mark Hool, a conservative move by a head coach. I like the move, did not want Swenson picking up a third foul towards the end of the half. Swenson gets it foul line to Anderson. Anderson spins inside, 13-footer, nothing but net. And the Hawks were draped all over Anderson that time.
Yeah, they know that it's not one player that's going to be able to stop Leland Anderson. It's going to take a committee.
Laramie, right wing, nowhere to go. Gave up his dribble, now finds Kaleli. Kaleli being guarded by Swenson. Both teams, a man-to-man defense. Kaleli off of a pick, drives the lane, gets it to go. Attleboro needs to do a better job calling out the picks. There was nothing Derek Swenson could do that time down court.
Exactly. He tried to fight around, but he was already to the basket by the time Swenson could do anything.
32-31. Blue Bombardiers trail by one. Smith comes inside. His pass over on the wing to Paquette, knocked out of bounds.
Once again, Jason Smith looking for the penetration. If they were able to stay with him, which Kaleli was doing a good job, he was just going to kick it out to Paquette, who had the open three.
Anderson, three-pointer, in and out. Rebound, Joe Kaleli for Milford.
That's a danger once he hits that three. You need Leland Anderson down low.
Trevor Walker, trapped momentarily. They swing it right side to Laramie. Laramie looking inside to Briscoe, comes top of the key to Trevor Walker, three-pointer no good. Anderson the rebound. Anderson a 3-on-3. Anderson dishes to Swenson. Swenson lost the handle, stolen away by Mike Laramie. To Joe Kaleli. Kaleli pushes it up court, gets it to Brian Mackey. Pull-up jumper no good. Rebound pulled down by Briscoe. He'll get the bucket plus the foul. Milford leading by 3, maybe 4.
Nice move underneath. There's nothing Downing could do. Downing was pushing him back out of the way, trying to keep his arms up but without making contact with his hands, and that's going to be Downing's third foul.
Jason Case set to check in. Briscoe misses the free throw. Anderson wasn't ready, and laying in the rebound was Laramie. I think Anderson thought it was 2 shots, not the one. 36-31. Blue Bombardiers not entirely focused here coming out of the locker room. Anderson, dipsy doodle, gets the bucket. He'll be fouled.
That time they got Leland Anderson in a good position. He was close to the basket. He makes one of his patented moves. There's nothing that you're going to do to stop this. Spins away from the double team, goes up and takes the shot as the defensive player tries to rotate over Mo Briscoe, and great job by Leland Anderson.
Foul was on Brian Mackey, and they have that as his third foul. So Mackey and Briscoe now with 3 fouls apiece. Anderson completes the three-point play. So it's Milford 36, Attleboro 34, 13:25 left in this one. Three-pointer thrown up by Kaleli, no good. Big rebound, Leland Anderson. Outlet to Jason Smith. Smith will push off on Joe Kaleli. Kaleli and Smith had their feet tangled, and Smith, a little bit frustrated, picks up, I believe, his third foul.
Yeah, Jason Smith actually not breaking for the basketball at full speed. Kaleli had a little bit of a jump on him, and Jason Smith, out of frustration when Kaleli got to the ball, ended up giving him a little push to the back.
So Chad Paquette in for Jason Smith, who goes to the bench with 3 fouls. Downing is on the bench with 3 fouls. Jason Case is in for Downing. Laramie off of a pick, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Leland Anderson. Anderson gets it up court to Derek Swenson. Swenson looking to drive, denied, gets it to Anderson, gets it to Paquette, cutting through the lane. Paquette misses the shot to Mangiarotti, over to Swenson. Swenson guarded closely. Swenson will bring it top of the key, 20 on the shot clock. Gets it foul line to Anderson, 13-footer, in and out, rebound. Swenson, his shot no go, gets his rebound again, lays it in.
Great position by Derek Swenson. He goes up and gets that ball with authority, then takes the shot with the same authority. Nice job by Swenson.
Tied up at 36, rebound missed by Walker. Big rebound, Leland Anderson. Anderson, a 2-on-2 to Paquette. Paquette in traffic, gets the bucket, he'll be fouled.
Great job, Leland Anderson. No, they're not giving him the continuation.
They're calling it a charge on Chad Paquette. Good call.
Yeah, it was actually a good call. Great job by Leland Anderson breaking and then hitting Paquette as the open man.
Laramie, three-pointer, in and out. Rebound, Chad Paquette gets it to Anderson. Anderson in the open floor to Swenson. Swenson bumped off the basketball by Kaleli, and they will give the ball to AHS. Kaleli is arguing the call. Kaleli really could have been called for a foul because of the bump. And now a technical foul on the Milford bench. And wow.
Boy, Leland Anderson is having a huge second half off the glass. The beginning of the game, Leland Anderson was killing Milford off the glass, and he continues to do that here in the second half. And Leland Anderson with 2 players in down low, ball actually, that's a tough call. Milford saying that ball went off of Derek Swenson's foot, and they've got a good argument with that one.
Swenson makes the first of the 2 technical free throws.
But what I was going to say is Milford, you can see on many occasions, not even going up and challenging Leland Anderson for the rebounds because they are in foul trouble. It takes away their aggressiveness, and Leland Anderson has been so dominating.
So Swenson made 1 free throw, and if Milford goes on to lose by 1 point, I don't think Steve Manguso will ever forgive himself. 37-36, 12 minutes left. Attleboro on top by 1. Swenson, nowhere to go, leaves it to Anderson, back to Swenson. 20 on the shot clock, 11:55 on the game clock. Swenson penetrates inside, lost the handle, stripped out of bounds by Milford. 14 on the shot clock.
Milford's fans are saying that he just lost the handle, and nobody from Milford touched that.
Anderson, left corner to Case. Case in traffic. What a pass to Mangiarotti, who will lay it in for 2. Hook around pass from Jason Case.
2 best passers on the team are Mangiarotti and Case, and you see an example of it right there.
Walker to Briscoe. Briscoe missed the bunny. Rebound, Leland Anderson. 3-on-1. Anderson to Swenson. Swenson lays it in for 2. Attleboro by 5. Milford could use a timeout here. They're not going to call it. Laramie to Kaleli. Kaleli over to Laramie. Laramie inside, kicks it back to Kaleli. Back to Laramie, open three, no good. Great box out by John Mangiarotti. The rebound to Paquette, to Swenson. Swenson pulls up, gets it to Case, back to Swenson. 11 minutes left, Attleboro by 5, 41-36. Swenson to Anderson, back to Swenson. He'll be fouled from behind by Joe Kaleli. 4th team foul on Milford. And Mancuso, Arthur, is a one-patient coach. I would have used a timeout here.
Yeah, great give and go by the Blue Bombardiers, and just Derek Swenson and Leland Anderson playing a little catch with each other. Derek Swenson ends up getting the foul, but a great pass by Anderson.
Anderson, the entry pass off the inbounds, lays it in for 2. He now has 20 points. The lead is 7. And now Milford the timeout. 10:45 left, 43-36, AHS. Attleboro on a run. They lead by 7, 43-36. Art, they trailed by 3. They're on a 10-0 run.
Exactly, a 10-0 run, and over on the sideline, everybody getting pumped up. The Eagle getting everybody going, and Steve Mayer, the biggest cheerleader for Attleboro, getting the fans going on the sideline.
10:40 remaining. Attleboro by 7. Milford gets it to Trevor Walker. Shot no good. Rebound Leland Anderson. I'm not sure whether or not Case deflected that. I was looking down at my book at the moment. But Attleboro back with the basketball. A three-pointer would be sweet right here. Anderson inside, penetrates, will be fouled, and if that's on Brown, that will be his 3rd foul.
I believe it's going to be on Brown.
Swenson, and boy, he has made some great passes, bounce passes, the high passes, and Brown picks up, I believe, his 3rd foul. And that will be the 4th team foul on Milford. And Anderson will go to the line, shooting 2. It is on Brown. It is his 3rd.
Attleboro playing much better team basketball here in the second half. Hitting the other teammates that are open and recognizing the double and triple teams and making that extra pass. Attleboro also getting some fast break opportunities.
Attleboro by 8 as Anderson makes the 1st. Anderson misses the 2nd. Rebound Maurice Briscoe, who then ran over Jason Case. So it's Attleboro by 8. Walker dribbled the ball out of bounds. Walker had a one-on-one with Derek Swenson. Dribbled it off his knee.
Paquette got back, and he just looked up, forgot where the basketball was.
Paquette with the good hustle getting back with Swenson. So Attleboro by 8, 10-18 left in the second half. Blue Bombardiers on a 11-0 run.
Attleboro challenging every shot that Milford takes, and this is actually a good call for Milford to try and cause some confusion while Attleboro's on this run.
Milford in a full court press. Blue Bombardiers get it across midcourt with 1 second to spare. Swenson will now set up the half-court offense. Swenson gets it to Anderson. Give and go to Swenson. Swenson up strong for 2.
Boy, we talked about team basketball. Attleboro not doing a good job with that in the first half. That was a perfect example right there. It's happened twice now, the give and go between Swenson and Anderson. It's going to make it that much easier for Leland Anderson to score down low after that, those 2 plays.
Attleboro by 10, 9:35 left. Walker comes baseline, inside, blocked by Mangiarotti. Walker gets it back to Kaleli, 3-pointer good, and they break the run with a 3.
13-0 run that was stopped there, but great help defense that time by Mangiarotti after the man had beaten Paquette. He just came in and blocks the shot.
Anderson with the ball on the right wing, gets it in the corner to Paquette. To Jason Case. Case inside to Mangiarotti, all alone on the baseline, hits the 8-footer. Great ball movement by the Blue Bombardiers.
Yeah, playing team basketball, I'll tell you, that's one of the toughest shots to hit, sitting out there wide open, and you've got all that time to think, and Mangiarotti still buried it.
AHS by 9, 8:50 left. Kaleli gets by Swenson, gets the bucket, he'll be fouled. I believe the foul will be on Paquette, who tried to come over and help Swenson. It will be on Paquette. Swenson was beaten off the dribble, and then Paquette, I think, just grazed the top of the head. Good call by the official, good basket, and now Kaleli with the 3-pointer and a chance for a natural 3-point play can cut the lead back to 6.
I think Jason Case might have a little problem with blood right now, or they're not going to make him sit out of the game. They're just sending him over to talk to Steve Mayer. Nope, they're bringing him in the locker room.
So Case, and I'm not sure what is wrong with Jason as he heads into the locker room. Nope.
No, just to the back of the bench.
Looks like he has blood on the back of his left elbow. So Kaleli trying to complete the three-point play and make this, once again, a 6-point game. 8:50 left. Jason Smith and Chris Downing into the game for AHS. Smith checks in for, who did he come in for?
For Case.
Well, Downing came in as well. Anderson tried to jam. It was blocked by Briscoe. Walker comes back. Kicks it to Kaleli. Kaleli, the up fake, comes inside, dishes to Walker. 17-footer, good. Attleboro could use timeout, Art, and Mark Poole is going to take the timeout. The team doesn't see it. Now they do. 8:24 left. Attleboro 48, Milford 44. 48-44, Attleboro by 4. Blue Bombardiers offensively last time down court. Anderson getting the entry pass, tried to go in. Nope, this was the give and go to Derek Swenson, who hit in traffic for the deuce. When Attleboro moves the ball around, they are tough to beat. Milford almost a steal in the front court, but Briscoe lost the handle out of bounds.
You know, what a job. We talk about Mangiarotti and Case, especially in this tournament. They have really stepped up big.
Attleboro up by 4, 8:10 left. Jason Smith gets it to John Mangiarotti on the left wing. Top of the key to Smith. Right wing to Swenson. Swenson off of a pick from Anderson. Kicks it to Smith. 5 on the shot clock, 3 on the shot clock. Tries to come inside to Anderson. Kicked by Kaleli. Fresh 30-second shot clock. There were 3 seconds left on the shot clock. The Milford crowd is booing, but the official has no choice.
That's exactly what happened.
No choice to reset the clock. It's an automatic rule. Smith tried to bounce pass, kicked right foot by Kaleli. Anderson inside, up strong, will be fouled. And that foul, I believe, is the 4th foul on Craig Brown.
Let's see, it might have been on Briscoe afterwards. I'm not sure if he was down there. No, it is going to be on Brown. Boy, I'll tell you, Brown stepped up. He's had a big game for Milford. And Milford, one of those teams like Attleboro looking to get a shot at New Bedford. Milford has probably been dying to pay back the Blue Bombardiers, and that's what they're trying to do. But
so Anderson hits the free throw. Brown will check out of the ball game. Brian Mackey will check in for Milford. Mackey 5 points in the first game between these two teams, has 4 points tonight. Anderson makes both, so the lead is 6, 50-44. Attleboro crowd yelling for defense. King penetrates inside, will be fouled by Mangiarotti. They are going to say on the floor. Good call by the official, because it wasn't until Mangiarotti committed the foul that King thought about going for the shot. Then again, I'm not sure. Jason Case into the game for John Mangiarotti, who hobbles off the court. Walker to King, three-pointer, comes up short, rebound fought for inside. Jason Case will pull it down for the Blue Bombardiers, outlet to Jason Smith. Smith pushes it up court, now will slow it down.
Swenson kept that rebound alive.
7:15 left, Attleboro by 6, 50-44. Smith way out by midcourt. Looking to come off of a pick by Anderson. Smith nowhere to go. Looking to drive the lane. Tied up. Stolen away by Kaleli. Kaleli across midcourt. 3-on-2. Gets it to Walker. Shot no good. Weak side rebound. King hits for 2. Steve King makes it a 4-point game. 50-46. Smith across midcourt, lost the handle, out of bounds. No, they are saying it was off of Milford. Oh, I'd like to see that one again. Oh.
Yeah, I think he did take a swipe at it, and then Smith, trying to regain control, touched the basketball, and it looked like it would have been out of bounds off of Smith, but AHS has the basketball.
Milford crowd thinking a conspiracy of JFK proportions here at the Worcester Centrum.
You know how it was like for us at the Fleet Center.
Swenson to Anderson. Anderson blocked, downing the rebound inside. Shot no good. And then we'll have a foul against Milford. Brian Mackey trying to back in on Leland Anderson. And if that's the case, that's Mackey's 4th foul. And Milford over the limit.
Nice work by the Blue Bombardiers off the glass that time. They didn't get the 2 points, but more importantly, they get the foul. And Milford now with a number of players with that 3-4 range, and they are the players that play down low. And Leland Anderson already doing a nice job off the glass. If they lose those players, it is going to be so tough for Milford.
Anderson makes the first, or the front end of the 1-and-1, I should say. That foul was the 4th on Mackey. So Attleboro on top, 51-46, 6:28 remaining. And now some confusion. And I'm not sure what the confusion was. I think they wanted to verify whom that foul was on.
Yeah, I think they were trying to check with the scorer's table, which is the correct procedure, make sure that everybody's all on the same page out there. But actually a nice thing for Attleboro right now. Leland Anderson could use a little bit of a rest, and he got it out there. Leland Anderson, we've seen him rest as he hits that, but he rests. It only takes him about a minute to recover, so he's probably back up to full strength.
Anderson makes both free throws, so Attleboro on top, 52-46, 6:18 left. Be a heck of a time for a 10-0 run, Art, by the Blue Bombardiers. Walker, pull-up jumper from 13, nothing but net. Trevor Walker now with 11 points. And Milford in a full-court press knocks the ball out of bounds off of the Hawks.
Yeah, Attleboro needs to get back to what they were doing at the beginning of this half, playing the team basketball, working with the cutters, the little give and go that we saw with Derek Swenson. And we've Jason Smith trying for the penetration, but Colelli's doing a good job of shutting that penetration off.
Smith brings the ball up court, gets it to Case, back to Smith. Dipsy Doodle is blocked. Case comes away with it. Case is always around the basketball. To Swenson, top of the key. Swenson lost the dribble, gets it to Downing, back to Swenson. 12 on the shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. Swenson out near midcourt, looks up, sees the clock. Comes inside, Dipsy Doodle up strong, has it blocked. Case to Anderson, Jason Case.
What a play by Jason Case. These guards for Attleboro doing a great job. Before the shot went up and Smith was underneath looking for the rebound.
Walker, open three, no good, battle for it. Mackey will come away with it, tied up, puts up a shot, goes for 2. Brian Mackey, perseverance inside. It's a 4-point game, 5:12 left. Smith gets it to Swenson. Swenson, cross court to Downing, leaves it for Anderson. Anderson penetrates inside, goes up strong, shot no good, gets his own rebound, lost the handle, scramble for it. Anderson will come away with it. His shot no good. Rebound, Maurice Briscoe. Colelli pushes it up court. Colelli trying to make it a 2 or a 1-point AHS lead. Left wing, Walker tried to come inside to Briscoe, batted away by Anderson, then a foul against the Hawks. And Jason Smith, I do believe, will go into the line, or go to the line, shooting 1-and-1.
Yeah, was that on Trevor Walker? Yes, it was. Trevor Walker with the foul, but Leland Anderson, great anticipation and looking like he's behind the man, playing between the man and the basket, but then he does a nice job stepping around without committing the foul and just knocks the ball free. And Jason Smith ends up getting fouled.
Smith misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound, Maurice Briscoe to Colelli. Colelli pushes it up court. Strip, nope, a foul on Jason Case, and Colelli will go to the line shooting 2. Art, this kid is explosive.
Yeah, he is the one, we've talked about it before, that sets the tempo for this entire team, and because of his explosiveness, yeah, he tried to say, to the basket, and defensively how well he has done staying with Jason Smith and helping out. He really gets things going for the Scarlet Hawks as he misses that one.
Colelli misses the first of 2. Colelli makes the second. So the lead is 3, 54-51, 4:35 left. Swenson gets it across midcourt, triple teamed, finds Jason Smith wide open on the right wing. Smith to Anderson. Anderson batted by Briscoe, no call. Wow. Back down the other end, Briscoe lost it, gets it to Laramie. Laramie hits, it's a 1-point AHS lead. 4:10 remaining, nail-biting time. Smith, right side, will be fouled and will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
Nice job that time by Jason Smith. Jason Smith sees a little bit of a lane and just drives it looking to go baseline. And if he can have Kaleli behind him a little bit, or Kaleli a little bit tired, Jason Smith can explode to the basket. Kaleli's been able to shut him off pretty good here in the second half, but Smith does a good job exploding to the basket.
Mark Cool, smart timeout right here. Timeout on the floor, Attleboro leading by 1, 4:03 left. While we were away, the mascots getting into a sliding exhibition at midcourt. So Jason Smith will go to the line to shoot 1-1. Smith 0 of 1 from the line. Missed his front end moments ago. Attleboro by 1, 4:03 left. Smith did not play in the first meeting of the two teams. Misses the front end this time. Rebound, Briscoe. Briscoe gets it to Kaleli. Kaleli across midcourt. Milford trying to take the lead with less than 4 minutes remaining. Laramie looking to drive, kicks it to Kaleli, and Kaleli traveled. Wow.
Wow, big call by the official. Kaleli with a travel there, and AHS catches a big break.
Swenson across midcourt. We have 3:33 remaining. Attleboro by 1 point, 54-53. Swenson, high pick by Anderson. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson looking to drive, stops, pops, 12-footer is no good. Rebound comes outside to Jason Smith. Swenson, three-pointer, good from the right corner. Derek Swenson hits the three, the lead is 4. Laramie back, charged into Leland Anderson, lost the basketball. Laramie's hurt, Attleboro comes away with it. Smith lost the ball, gets it to Case, across to Anderson, what a pass to Swenson. Swenson will slow it down, and Swenson saying, I'm taking over the point right now. 2:50 left. What a sequence that was.
Attleboro has been out hustling Milford. That's just another example.
Anderson gets it to Downing. Downing, 12-footer, good! Attleboro by 6, 2:34 left. Timeout, Milford. 2:30 to go. Blue Bombardiers 59, Scarlet Hawks 53. Engulfing the Worcester Centrum, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in our Chase Blue Bombardiers offensive end of the floor. Derek Swenson just taking control, telling people where he wants them. Nice entry pass to Anderson. Anderson, the pass to Downing, and Downing, the huge left-handed 12-footer.
Well, Downing hasn't had a lot of opportunities for shots. That time, he was out away from the basket, didn't have the glass to go off of, and he just calmly sinks it. Left-handed, and I'll tell you, you're not used to playing against a lefty. It can really throw you off if you're trying to go up and block that shot.
Can sound engulf a building? Oh, who cares?
Well, whatever, it did it.
My apology if I used incorrect English. I was sick that day in school. Laramie comes inside after the timeout. Ball stripped out of bounds by the Blue Bombardiers. 16 on the shot clock for Milford. AHS leading by 6, 2:21 left. Milford calling an inbounds play. And Art, this crowd has been tremendous.
As they have for all of the playoff games for the Blue Bombardiers.
Brown up strong, shot no good, rebound, Jason Smith. Smith up ahead to Jason Case. Case does the smart thing, slows it down, let's run some clock. Derek Swenson out near midcourt being guarded by Mike Laramie. We have 2 minutes left. Attleboro by 6. Swenson inside will be fouled by Briscoe, and that will be his 4th.
Good penetration that time by Derek Swenson. Swenson just stays out there calmly. They run down the clock. He had Anderson to dish off to. Everybody came over, and Briscoe gets a piece of Swenson. Swenson's going to go to the line.
Derek Swenson to shoot 2. That is the 9th team foul. So from here on end, Blue Bombardiers will shoot 2 free throws. Swenson misses the first. And he will get another.
Once again, Milford in a situation where look for them to push the ball up strong and take a shot early.
Swenson makes the second. Swenson now with 18. The lead is 7. It's a 3-possession game. Smith almost a steal. Laramie will come away with it for Milford. Gets it to Kaleli. Kaleli, Attleboro fans thought stepped on the baseline. Shot missed inside by Briscoe. Rebound, Chris Downing. 1:40 left. Jason Smith slowly walks it up the floor, then gives it over to Derek Swenson. 1:33 left. Attleboro crowd on its feet. Derek Swenson dribbling the ball out near midcourt. 10 on the shot clock. Swenson milking the clock to Anderson. Pass inside to Downing. Downing missed the shot. Rebound Milford. Wow, that would have capped it off. 1:11 left. Attleboro by 7. Kaleli brings it up court to Trevor Walker. 3-pointer. Good! The lead is 4 points. And Milford called timeout with 1:06 left. We'll be back after this.
Gets it up at the foul line, makes a nice pass down to Chris Downing. Chris Downing hesitated just a little bit, and I think he was thinking, do I want to run more clock? But he was in a position to put the shot up, and the shot just didn't go. But the Blue Bombardiers playing that team basketball, and that has made the difference in this state tournament. It has made a difference here in the second half, making that extra pass. The Blue Bombardiers this entire game have been out-hustling Milford at both ends of the floor, off the glass, diving for the loose balls. But we talked about it early. Attleboro needed to be able to control the glass. Leland Anderson getting the job done. 16 rebounds already here in the game, and he's got 7 of them offensively.
Mark Houle checking the timeout situation. 1:06 left. Blue Bombardiers get it into Leland Anderson. Anderson will bring it up the floor. Wow, your 6'8" center brings up the ball against the press.
And then stops and runs some clock.
Swenson to Case, over to Swenson. 52 seconds left. Swenson trapped, gets it to Jason Smith. Smith in the corner to Case, over to Anderson. Attleboro milking the clock for all it's worth. 8 on the shot clock. Attleboro will now run a play. Swenson to Anderson, 3-pointer. No good. Rebound, Jason Smith. Smith will get it out to Anderson. 33 seconds left. Ball was kicked by Laramie. Not called. Attleboro will come away with it, and now Smith will be fouled with 27.9 seconds left. Attleboro leads by 4, and Jason Smith, 2 important free throws right here. There was a kick missed.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was big.
Yeah, Kaleli actually up in the air that time and makes the kick, but the Blue Bombardiers, and that's a situation where Leland Anderson, clock running down, needs to take the 3. He hit glass, the ball bounced long, and Jason Smith right there to track it down. Attleboro able to kill a lot of the clock. Milford taking a little gamble, thinking that Attleboro would have to force up a shot rather than fouling, but then after they hit it in the rebound, they had to foul.
Jason Smith misses the first of 2. We have 27.9 seconds remaining. Attleboro leads by 4, 60-56. It's a 2-possession game. The possession arrow in favor of Milford. Smith missed the first. He's now 0 of 3. 1 of 4. I knew that would work. It's a 5-point game. 25 seconds left. Laramie, 3-pointer. No good. Rebound, Leland Anderson. Anderson will be fouled with 19.7 seconds remaining.
And I think that's going to be it for Briscoe right now. Some of the Milford faithful already getting up and starting to leave right now. Leland Anderson knows that he can sink them at the free throw line, just hangs on to the basketball until they are forced to foul him.
Leland Anderson urging on the Attleboro crowd. They don't need any urging right now. Was the 5th foul on Briscoe. He will go to the bench with 8 points, 3 field goals, 2 of 2 from the line. He scored 6 points. I asked Leland Anderson after the rally last night, you're guarding Briscoe, how many points is he going to score? Leland said 4. Okay, 8's not too bad.
Yeah, 8 really isn't too bad because he has been the focus of their offense. The guards have been able to get him the ball. Certainly Laramie's been able to hit from the outside, but they're a big scorer, but it has been getting the ball to Briscoe that has been their bread and butter, and Leland Anderson doing a great job keeping the Milford players off the glass and also getting points of his own.
19.7 seconds remaining. Leland Anderson to shoot 2. Now it's a 2-possession ball game. Anderson makes the first of 2, which means it's a 5-point ball game. If he makes this one, even 2 threes. Nope, he missed the second. Rebound, Kaleli pushes it up court. Kaleli drives to the lane, misses the shot. Rebound, Brown. He'll be fouled with 12.8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's a situation, too, that they need to get a 2 and a 3. So expect Milford to make these free throws and set up in the press. Even if they miss their free throws, they have to press automatically. If Attleboro gets it, Attleboro calling timeout right now.
12.8 seconds left. 62-56, timeout Attleboro. 0.8 seconds remaining. Attleboro on top, 62-56. Craig Brown will be at the line to shoot 2 shots for the Milford Scarlet Hawks. And the Blue Bombardiers would need to either fall apart or Milford pull off a miracle at this point.
Well, Milford certainly, no matter what happens here, they are going to try and steal the inbounds pass, and we've seen it happen before. I don't know if they've got enough time for 2 steals, which means if they steal it and they go right up with it, it could hurt them. They need to get the steal and then kick it out for the 3.
12.8 seconds left. Brown misses the first.
Well, that changes everything now.
Jason Case waving to the fans over on the Attleboro side. Brown makes the second. It's a 5-point game, and Milford a quick substitution. Smart move. Allows them to set up their press. 12.8 seconds left. Attleboro by 5. Chris Downing looking to get it in. Does to Leland Anderson. Anderson will simply hold the ball. Will be fouled with 11.5 seconds left. A 5-point lead. All right, if he makes 2 shots here, the Blue Bombardiers would have it sealed up.
Yeah, it's really a tough situation for Milford because they're going to have to take it the length of the floor no matter what happens. If he misses both of them, if he only makes 1, or if he makes 2, it doesn't matter. It's going to take Milford a long time because Attleboro is going to stay back and not give Milford the easy shot, and they'll already be set up in their defense. So Milford's going to use a lot of the clock up just bringing the ball up court.
Anderson missed the first. Need to milk this for all it's worth. All right, I could almost say for certain he won't miss this one. Makes the second. Not very certain, but it did go down.
It doesn't matter. Win it.
6-point lead, 10 seconds left. Kaleli thinking about a 3, stolen away by Smith, and they will call a foul with 3.9 seconds remaining. And if that's the case, or did they call it on Milford? No, it'll be against Attleboro.
No, so if they call the foul on Jason
Good
Smith,
call. Good call by the official. It was a late call, which will end up costing Milford about a 1.5 seconds.
Well,
so Kaleli will shoot 3. Nope, the official saying he was only shooting 2.
Well, he had stepped his foot on the
line. Was his foot on the line? I don't remember.
It was off the line, on the line, off the line, on the line. And once again, Jason Smith, though, causing them, Milford, to use a lot of time off the clock.
Kaleli makes the first of 2. And now a timeout, Milford. 3.9 seconds left. Attleboro by 5. We'll be back after this. Arrow in favor of Milford. And at the line to shoot the second of 2 free throws is Joe Kaleli. Misses the second on purpose. Rebound, Chris Downing, who traveled with 2.1 seconds left.
Hey, that was a good call. Chris Downing, he didn't have his feet underneath him. And
Mark Houle saying, whatever you do here, do not foul. 2.1 seconds left. Attleboro, 3-pointer thrown up from the corner. No good. Blue Bombardiers are state champions of Division I, 63-58. Blue Bombardiers with the victory, 63-58. We will stay right here. They are bringing out the state championship trophy. On the far side, I don't know if the television cameras can get a shot of the players. But the special bond between this team and its crowd. They sold out games throughout the season. They sold out the MIAA home games. And Ed Roderick, justifiably so, did not want to go into the Attleboro Gymnasium because this team in front of their hometown fans had that extra power within them, and it was the crowd that gave it to them.
Well, you know, you mentioned all these games, but it has almost seemed like Attleboro has been the home team because of the amount of fans that have shown up from the Attleboro area to support these Blue Bombardiers. An incredible 6 victories in the state tournament to now become the state champions for 1998.
Hugs all over the place. Matt Trabuco, who Mark Gould tried to get him into the ball game, but the officials put the ball in play too soon. Leland Anderson embracing everyone that has a white shirt. Jason Case holding the trophy aloft. Attleboro. And Art, it seems strange to say this, 63-58, they are Division I state champions.